I was just too stingy to spend this money on, you know, on finishing this project. I don't know, like. Friends, there is no way that I am filming and picking up the camera the first time in maybe 4 weeks. No freaking way. No freaking way. I feel like, oh my gosh, I have been in the trenches. A little bit, okay? I mean, it's been beautiful and I've been enjoying just being there for my baby, but at the same time, I miss doing, like, you know, making videos, because it's just, I feel like this is the outlet for me. Just sharing my creative endeavors with you guys is just, yeah, it gives me so much joy. It is just balm for my soul. And I have missed it so much. And I feel like this was also a part why I have felt so kind of depleted, because I wasn't intentionally filling my cup. And I think all you parents out there, you probably know what it feels like. It's not even like you're doing it on purpose. It just happens to you. And at some point you're like, oh my God, I feel so drained. And yeah, this is a reminder if you're there, and, you know, just a little encouragement to fill your own cup, okay? Your kids need you filled up and energized and happy. Yeah, just the best version of yourself. Just saying. And I'm just also saying this to myself because I think I need to hear this the most. I just have this few moments to myself and I'm really enjoying it, and I choose to spend it with you guys and share with you guys what I have been up to the last couple of weeks, because there have been a few finished objects on my part. So yeah, let's just dig in. Yeah, starting with the object that I think I have shown on my Instagram channel already, which is the sweater number 30 V-neck. I'm very proud of this one. It was knit with Merino Bliss 90 from Linda Hobby. It was a yarn that I purchased on their sale. And yeah, I think it was before I said I didn't want to make any online purchases, yarn purchases. So yeah, I feel like with this one, I'm off the hook, okay? Thank you. I used this yarn, and can I recommend this yarn? No, not necessarily. It was not horrible to work with, but it was not the best either. It was very splitty, I must say, and it was just like, it just has a very interesting texture, like kind of not as elastic as I'm used to, but as you can see, it still has some elasticity to it. It's not like a cotton yarn or anything, but it kind of had like a cotton yarn feel to it. I don't know if it's a superwash treatment or something, but yeah, I love the drape it has, which it gives like a more sweatshirt kind of vibe. So I feel like it also works as a transitional piece. It's not that too warm that you can't wear it in spring. I feel like this is like a perfect weather to just put on, even put on the shoulder if you don't want to wear it at that moment. But once it gets chilly outside in the evenings, you can just throw it on without having to take along a coat, a jacket or anything. But yeah, I am very proud of this one. It was a very engaging knit, especially in the beginning. I love, the saddle shoulders were new to me. Yeah, but I feel like I also learned a lot during this project, although it's a very simple project, but I learned a lot. There are a lot of German short rows used, which helped solidify the process of knitting German short rows. And I feel like it's not even hard. And I feel like it's even fun for me. Like I started enjoying doing German short rows. And other than like the enjoyment of the knitting itself, it also provides a beautiful shape. Even though this is a quite oversized sweater and oversized fit, it still gives you a beautiful fit, which I think is definitely due to the German short row shaping. Yeah, the V-neck also, that was the first time that I ever knitted a V-neck. And to be honest, I love how shallow the V-neck is. I don't like deep V-necks. I have discovered throughout the years. I feel like this like V-neck, this like shorter V-neck gives it a very modern look, a very classic look, a timeless look, which yeah, I'm very, very, very in love with. I ran out of yarn, I think, when knitting the second sleeve. Yeah, I ran out of yarn. I think I only needed like 1.5 skeins, and I had to place an order for that. Can you imagine? And then, by the way, I placed an order. This yarn wasn't on sale anymore, so I paid maybe double as much as I paid when it was on sale. And then plus I had to pay shipping costs, which is crazy. And I was this close to just tossing it into the corner because I was just too stingy to spend this money on, you know, on finishing this project. I don't know, like, I think in a total I used, let me check. In total, I used, I think 14 balls, which sounds like a lot. And it has some weight to it, I must say. It definitely has some weight to it, but it's still okay. I think it's definitely still manageable and not too heavy. But my husband talked me into purchasing the yarn and just getting this project done, which I'm really thankful for. Thank you, babe. Yeah, so I was able to finish this, yeah, very quickly after the yarn arrived. Yeah, what else is there to say? Not much, to be honest. I've worn this a few times. It has started to pill on me, but I think that is very, very normal due to the softness of the yarn. It's been treated, it's a highly processed yarn, it's a superwash merino, what's to expect. But yeah, I feel like this was definitely an experiment with the yarn purchase. I think I would like the sweater more if I had chosen a different yarn, but you live and you learn, right? So I'm definitely sticking with the fact that I don't want to like do any online yarn purchases if possible, because it's just so hard to see how the yarn really feels like, how it is to work with it. So yeah, I will definitely be frequenting yarn stores more often. Yeah, so that's that. The very first completed project of the year, actually. Yeah, so yeah, yay to me. Second project on the list is the finished holger baby. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, I managed to finish this. I think it took me maybe 3 weeks to complete it. And after I completed knitting this, I didn't block it for another maybe 1 or 2 weeks. But then I was like, okay, if I don't block it now, she might grow out of it. And then I wasted my time making this for her. But yeah, she's definitely worn it a few times already. It's actually, to be honest, due for a wash. Yeah, I think she's spat on this a few times. Yeah, she's definitely spot on this. So I will definitely have to hand wash this. So she's able to, yeah, to wear this again. But it looks so good. It looks so pretty and cute on her. I knit this a size bigger than the last time. So she's able to wear this for a little longer all throughout spring and maybe even summer. Yeah, it's just like, I think it's mainly made from merino yarn. It's made from stash yarn, but also some purchased yarn that, yeah, I wanted to use to get the colors, which is the double Sunday in scarlet red and double Sunday in this pink as well. It's like a bubblegum pink. The rest of the colors I had in stash. So this is knitting for olive merino in the color poppy. And then this cream color, I think is like a baby yarn. And then the ribbing is, what is it? What is it? I don't even know what it is. I think it's called Avetta, but I don't know what the company name is right now from the jump. But yeah, I love the colors together. I feel like I always have a hard time putting colors together. It kind of gives me like a decision paralysis. It's so hard for me to do color work sweaters, which is, I think now I'm discovering why I refrain from making color work sweaters, because I feel like it kind of freezes my mind, because if I'm knitting color work for myself, I'm scrambling and really want this to be a wearable piece for me, because I spend so much time making it. I definitely want to wear it as well and not be excited for it to have it for a week, and then after that I'm not touching it anymore. And that leads to this decision paralysis that I have. But knitting for a baby, however, gives me a little bit more flexibility and freedom of mind and creativity. And I feel like I was much more freer with this project, because I know like colors just look good on babies. They can wear whatever and it just looks cute. And yeah, I think I'll definitely make more colorwork sweaters for my baby, because they're fun. And to buy a colorwork sweater, you know how expensive they are. Like we went to a boutique a few months ago, maybe 2 months ago, and it was insane. Like I don't even know. They were machine knit sweaters made of wool, high quality, but they were like 150 bucks for a mini sweater like this, which is crazy. I rather made them myself. So yeah, I'm so thankful that I am able to knit, because that is a flex. And in this economy, it's definitely a flex. Seeing those sweater prices, it's a flex. So yeah, this one is a very dear to my heart project. I'm very excited about this. I didn't knit this on gauge and it still worked. I think I knit this on 3.5 millimeter needles. As I mentioned, I used double Sunday, so that was the gauge I was going off of. And I think the recommended yarn is Sunday, not double Sunday. So yeah, but it still works. It still fits her perfectly. It gives like a little bit of a boxy and oversized look, which I really love when babies wear oversized. It's so cute. It's so cute. Yeah. Up to the next project. So after that, I thought I might want me a little palette cleanser, nothing too big to work on. I notice once in a while a palette cleanser project is what I need to get my knitting mojo going. So I casted on the scarf number 5 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. And funny enough, I didn't buy this pattern. It was a gift, basically. I think My Favorite Things Knitwear had like a special thingy, and I think it was around Christmas and New Year's, where she basically gifted this pattern if you bought a different pattern. So this came with the sweater number 30 V-neck, and I was happy it did. Although I have knitted a triangle scarf before, and I used like the free tutorial from Brooke Willow Knits on YouTube. You can go on her channel and watch her video on this triangle scarf. I feel like her triangle scarf is also a very nice one. Also love the shape of it. But I wanted to try something different out, and I wasn't disappointed. I knitted this with, Sunday's Gone Double Sunday again. I think I purchased this yarn with the yarn for the Holga baby sweater. So I thought, the remnants I can definitely use for a triangle scarf. I used 2.5 skeins for this project, and I went off of the instructions for the 3rd size, which is like, I think, the shawl, but this is definitely not the shawl size. It's not the shawl measurements. I just stopped at some point where I felt like my yarn was running out and I needed to cast off, and that's when I cast it off, and that gave me basically this size. I could actually also measure it and see Oopsies, I think I messed this up. Okay, I hope this works. Sorry, I kind of pushed you to the side, but I hope it still works. I will measure this just for you to have like a reference to go off of. But yeah, this is definitely after blocking. It was a little bit smaller before blocking. And it comes around 110 centimeters lengthwise. So yeah, and I went off of the instructions for the third size, as I said, because they have like different increasing ratios. Yeah, so yeah, they have different increasing ratios, so you want to be mindful of that. I think the second size is a different instruction, so yeah, just keep that in mind. But yeah, I feel like it's just ideal. Look at this. It's just super ideal. I love the color, the pop of color for spring. It's super, super nice. I've worn this a few times already. Worn this with my trench coat. I feel like this and a trench coat is just immediately stylish. And I'm just desperately looking for pieces, simple pieces that could make me look stylish immediately, because I am struggling to find my style right now. Like, yeah, after pregnancy, I don't think it's like the crazy, like the body change or anything. It's just like, I don't even know what I like anymore, and I don't have the time to figure out what I like and what I want to pair in my existing wardrobe and what pieces I need to add, because I don't have the time to just, or I don't necessarily want to prioritize and set aside time for doing that, because I know after I do that, I have to get everything sorted again. I have to put away my clothes again. And I know it's always quite chaotic when I do a big try on of my existing wardrobe, but it helps me figure out what I want to do, put together, and what I want to style. And yeah, it just is very inspiring, but I feel like now it's not the time for me to do that. I hope I have time maybe later down the line, maybe in a few weeks, maybe a few months. I can do that, but as it is right now, we're just coasting. We're just coasting, and we're doing whatever we can to, give us a little bit more spunk in our style. But yeah, that's it. I think I'm going to keep it on because I love the color, like the vibe it brings. What was I saying? Yeah, I knitted this with double Sunday, I think also with 3.5 millimeter needles. Yes, I did 3.5 millimeter needles. I like how soft it is, but it still has like some structure. It's not too soft, which I feel like with the recommended cashmere that you would use, it's definitely more drapey. So depending on what vibe you're going, if you're going for more drapier shawl or scarf, maybe go with the cashmere. Also, it comes with a lot of softness, but I wanted to have something more structured, which the merino definitely provides. It's still soft, it's still really, really nice on the skin, but also comes with a little bit more heaviness or weightiness, if you get what I mean. But yeah, also, I've come with you with a little dilemma. Dilemma. I've not had this type of dilemma in a long time. And I think this time, like other times, I would just push it to the side and just frog and just forget about it. But this time I'm like really fighting what is going on in my head, in my mind, and what I'm going through with this project and what this project is trying to teach me. So I casted on the Olga sweater. Yes, I was influenced. To be honest, I had the impulse of making the Olga sweater when I ordered this yarn. I ordered the Knitting for Olive heavy merino in the color Bordeaux and French anemone. So that was the initial pairing I was going for, but I wasn't sure if I wanted these colors together, so I ordered two sorted quantities Guys, yeah, that was also before I said I don't want to make online purchases. Although I love the colors, I really love the colors. I still stand by the colors. Not so sure with the French anemone because it's giving more purple, and I don't know what it is, but I'm kind of repulsed by purple. I was hoping this would be much more blue, but it is has a very obvious purple hue to it. So yeah. So I casted on the Holga sweater with these two colors. I even did a swatch, and at first I was like unsure. I was like, I don't know. I like the colors together. They look good, but I'm unsure if I'm going to love it on like worn, like on me. And yeah, I feel like you should always trust your first instinct, because I then casted it on. Like, I even had girls over for knitting, and that was really fun, by the way. Really love doing that. Yeah, it's just like a cute get together that we have once in a while. But yeah, I even showed them the swatch, and it was just split. Like, everyone was kind of seeing something else, which I can see, because this is definitely, if either you love it or you hate it. So yeah, this is the progress that I have made so far. On camera, this color definitely looks more purplish, which I'm not loving, and it would also look different depending in different lighting. And now, as I'm looking at it now, it gives like a more blue, royal blue tone, which if it were royal blue, it would have definitely worked out much better. But yeah, with the purple hue, it gives more artsy vibes. And I also consulted Mr. ChatGPT, and he also kind of helped me define what I wasn't settling with this color palette, with this project. And yeah, I think it made me realize that this is not easy. Like, to pair this with my existing wardrobe, it wouldn't be easy. It would always be a standout piece, which is, yeah, a little bit harder to pair. And I was going for a piece that does have like a statement vibe to it, but it's definitely easier to pair, easy to throw on. Yeah, I just was, with this project, I'm really going after wearability, and that was like what was giving me anxiety about this project, because I don't want to spend my time working on the sweater and then finding out later that I'm not going to wear it. Like, this idea gives me anxiety. I don't know if anyone gets it. Like, I love people, like, there are people who just knit for the fun of it, and they are like, they don't care, like, they just want to enjoy the knitting process, which I completely get. Like, depending on the colors, like, for me, the colors excite me when I'm working on it, but on the wearing aspects, on the wearability aspect of things, I know I'm not going to wear it. I know myself too well. It's not going to work. I will be excited maybe the first week, and after, I'm not going to touch this. And, or if I try to touch it, I'm going to have a hard time pairing this with my existing wardrobe. So yeah, you could definitely make it work. You could make it work, definitely. But I don't want to work hard to make stuff work in my wardrobe, because I don't have time to see what works and what doesn't work. So things have to be simple. Yeah, so I was left with, okay, I don't have any other yarn in my stash that could work with this Bordeaux, and I really want to use this Bordeaux in this olga sweater. So I went back to the yarn store, and yeah, I went back to the yarn store and looked for or sourced what color could work, and they had like a different color in the Knitting for Olive Merino. I think it's the V. In Germany, in German, it's called V. The color is called V. Oh, peacock. Peacock. Yes, color peacock. I think it would have been like a really like. It would have worked, definitely. It would have worked, but it also would have dimmed down my wearability prospects for this. So I was like, okay. It also felt like it was kind of green leaning when I held the Bordeaux with this color. So I was like, no, I don't want to have like this color conflict. I want something that is very like solid, this color. And yeah, then I looked at the navy, which is what I ended up picking up. The navy color. And yeah, it's a more sophisticated pairing, I must say, because as you can see, it is definitely much more muted. I was going for like a very low contrast olga sweater, but it's very low contrast. Like it's very low contrast, but I feel like it looks more sophisticated. And when doing the stripes, I'm not super excited with the stripes because it's that very, very low contrast. But I know it's going to work in my wardrobe. And looking at it on camera, it's actually cool. I like it, and I think I can envision a few outfit ideas with this. So yeah, that's what my thought process was. But yeah, how do you feel like when you're doing colorwork projects? Like, does it come easy to you, or are you like me and you're like, oh my gosh, like you're so tense? Like I was so tense, and I'm still tense, and I'm still like kind of not loving, like in the process of not loving it right now. But I know once I join for the sleeves, this will grow on me. I know this will work in my existing closet, but I think maybe also the color palette is not as springy as I think I would have loved it to be. I think it would also have accelerated my excitement for this project. So yeah, that's what I have to share with you so far. I think my battery is coming to an end, so let me change that real quick. There we go again. Yeah, so that's basically all I have to share. Yeah, I don't know, like I definitely want to go into more colorwork projects. As I mentioned in, I think it was the video before the last, where I shared a few patterns, and the normal sweater looks like a sweater that would really excite me. But exactly in this color palette that was knitted in the sample. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know when I'm going to do that, probably towards the end of the year. I could see myself doing that. Maybe it would be a really nice like Christmas sweater. But yeah, I have this casted on. Actually, yeah, my thought was like, if I don't like it for myself, I could give it to my husband, because I'm knitting a size large because I'm going for like a little bit more oversized look. But I don't know if I'm like, it would have been a little bit different if I decided to make this for my husband from the jump. But because I started this with myself in mind, I'm having a hard time with that. But yeah, he definitely deserves a sweater. He deserves so much more than a sweater. But yeah, I haven't knitted a sweater ever for him. So yeah, I feel like this is definitely something I want to do this year. Knit him a sweater, like a gift, do a gift knit. But for me to finish that on Christmas, I literally have to start right now, because I know myself. If I'm not knitting for myself, it's pretty hard to stay motivated. But yeah, maybe this one is going to be it for him. And because this is also right up his alley, he's like a little bit more preppy, more like sophisticated and more simple in his outfits. So this would definitely work for him as well. But yeah, let's see. I'll keep you updated on what I decide to do with this project. I think this is kind of growing on me as I'm knitting it right now. Sometimes you just have to stay the path. Instead of flip-flopping, sometimes just like push through. But I'm glad I didn't push through with the other one, because I knew, like, from my gut feeling, it's not going to work for me in my closet. So I'm glad that I pivoted. But yeah, that's what we are up to right now. Also, that's completely off the topic, but who is reading Fourth Wing? or has read Fourth Wing. I have so much to say about this book. Like, I'm not through yet. I think I'm on page 105. But so far, I'm like, there is no way that this is such a hype book. Why is it so hype? Have I not... I don't know, like, did I miss anything? Like, is this the peak of literature right now? Like, there is no freaking way that this is high quality literature. Not saying that it's claiming to be, but the way this book is being hyped, I thought it was so much better. Like, I didn't expect it to be what it is actually. And yeah, I am very surprised. Like, negatively surprised about this book. I think the writing style is very, very simplistic. I must say I haven't been in the fantasy reading world. I'm just starting my reading journey again as we speak. But yeah, I think I read like this genre when I was like 14, 15, 16, 17. Fantasy was like my favorite genre. And I feel like this is what I would have appreciated when I was 16. But as of now, I'm like, why is this written so, like, it's so predictable. It's written so simply. And also like the hype book, like the big book talk recommendations, I feel like they're like, this is the second book talk recommendation. I'm not even on book talk, but I just saw this book being hyped here and there. And I thought, hey, maybe I should read it. I was looking for a really easy read, which is, it definitely is. It didn't disappoint in this aspect. But, and I'm not looking for like super complex writing techniques and stuff, but it's so cringy. It's so cringy. I'm like, I'm reading and I'm finding myself cringe at the conversations, and the way it's written is so like typical. It could be like fan fiction of Twilight, fan fiction of what is it, like City of Bones, which I read. Yeah, it could be like literally the fan fiction of it. Yeah, or Vampire Diaries. I didn't read Vampire Diaries, but yeah. Yeah, I also read It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. And also that was the cringiest book I have read. And I don't know if it's a new phenomenon with new books that they're written in a certain style, but oh my gosh, nope. And I felt like this is the first and last Colleen. But if you like Colleen Hoover, guys, this is not to yuck your yum. Continue loving it. I'm just putting my opinion out there. I don't know, just hope in hopes to get something, maybe some discussion going. But if you're reading this, what do you think about this book? Should I just wait and see and it's going to get better? Or is it something you're noticing about the reading world as well? But yeah, enough of this. Thanks for watching. I really enjoyed just chatting with you guys and hanging out. If you enjoyed this video, you can leave it a like and subscribe to see videos similar as this. I usually post videos on my creative endeavors. And yeah, thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. Thank you, by the way, also for 1,700 subscribers. I can't even believe that this is a number on my channel. But yeah, I really appreciate every one of you guys. Also, if you want to share, what are you working on at the moment? Have you already casted on spring projects or even summer projects? Let me know what you're working on. I need some inspiration for spring and summer knits, and maybe crochet projects even, like anything, even sewing projects, whatever you're working on. Maybe post it out down below. I would love to chat with you guys. And yeah, thank you for watching to this point. I'm really, really glad to have you here. It's very special. And yeah, I'll definitely see you on my next video. Pray for me that it's not going to take as long as this video. But yeah, love you and I appreciate you very much. Bye.